Okay. It looks like we are ready.
Awesome.
We got that commercial. You know how that is. Okay, doing that and doing that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday, May 6th, and it is time for Ask Me Anything. We thank you so much for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule. Ask Me Anything is where you get the opportunity to ask a multi-millionaire any question you wish. The gentleman that we have, who is our millionaire, our guide, our mentor, and our dear friend, he wants to help people. He wants to help you. And he is here to do that. And one of the things that we love having happen is when we, you and I, get to ask questions of him. What helped him become successful? What are the tips that he has for you? What things can you do based on his success, which leaves clues, and his documentation, which beats conversation, can help each and every one of us move on to the next level. And that's where we are. So before we get started and I introduce this amazing gentleman, for those of you that are watching on YouTube, first of all, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to our channel. There are lots of things that are going to be coming up, and you've got the opportunity to participate with them by joining us. And then on the YouTube channel, click on the bell so that you get notices when we do go live and things like that. Now, Ask Me Anything means that you get to ask questions of our guest, Robert Hollis. And it's very simple. In the chat for YouTube, go ahead and type question and then your question, and we will ask it on your behalf. If you'd like to join us on YouTube or on Zoom, you can go to roberthollis.com/live, and we'll bring you in and you can ask your question live to Robert. For those of you here on Zoom, you can also do the same thing by posting your question in the Zoom chat, or you can raise your hand and ask Robert personally. And it's very simple to do that, and I'll put the instructions in the Zoom chat, but for basically to let you know, you can put your cursor in the middle of the screen, click on the reactions button at the bottom of the screen, then click on raise hand, and we will call on you. That's how simple it is. And let's get started. You know, Robert, I love this quote that your wife shared with us earlier today, and it's part of her vibe of the day that she shares every day. So I love to share this with every single person here. The quote is, or the vibe of the day says, go ahead and just love your life. Take pictures of everything. Tell people you love them. Talk to random strangers. Do the things you're afraid of. Stop playing small. Take your life and make it the best story ever written.
Nice.
Wow. Such great wisdom. So, without further ado, let's get started with our Ask Me Anything with our amazing person, mentor, friend, guide. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Robert Hollis.
Craig, are you actually getting longer? It seems like they're getting longer. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Well, if you guys still want me to try to go as long as I can, I will do that.
Hey. Well, I appreciate you and I appreciate everyone on here. It's great to be back for the long AMAs after doing the Mastering the Science of Getting Rich. For those of you that participated in that, man, some of the things that I've been getting from people messages, because people don't like to hear this. You know what I mean? When I say this, people don't want to understand that virtually 100%, sometimes we just use random figures, but if you don't have faith and belief in what you want to do, you're just not going to do it. And I think that people don't want to believe that, so we say we want to make extra money, but not really. I'd like to exercise. I'd like to lose weight. I'd like to, do little things on the yard and clean it up. Not really. So, we say that we want to make money, but bottom line, if you don't change the way you feel and the way you think, you're never going to move forward. You're just going to repeat bad habits. And I'm more clear of that after the mastery of the science of getting rich, me going through this again, because there are people that have gone through it and they're going through it. And now all of a sudden they seem to believe that they're doing the same things they've always done. They're just getting results. How many people know what I'm talking about? It's like mentally, you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But when you got, for lack of better words, when you got the force behind you or the source behind you, it just all of a sudden becomes more natural. It just becomes more of a, hey, I'm reaching out to people and they're interested and they want to talk about that. And they want to introduce me to people. And I'm going like, for those of you that are experiencing that, that's the world I live in. This business is pretty damn easy when I reach out to people and they're like, hey, thank you very much. Anything I can do for you, talk to this guy, I'll do this, I'll do that. And so it really, really, really is special when people are getting results. So for those of you that have not plugged into that mastery of the science of getting rich, I know Craig's already posted it here. And also we're streaming on YouTube now. And I'm going to start doing my Facebook Lives and everything from YouTube. Not that I'm going to take the ones that we finish and then post those on Facebook so people know where they are. But we're going to build a large YouTube community and really, really make an impact and help a lot of people. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. So I don't have much else to share with you guys. Let's get right into the Q&A and have a blast. And like Craig said, you guys can ask me questions about anything. The reason I do the AMAs is, I am so blessed. So blessed, so free, so loved. I got incredible joy and impact in my life. I got great relationships. It's like my life right now is on a scale to 1 to 10 is definitely a 9, only because I'm still dreaming about how much greater it can get. And so, any questions that you have about anything, usually these will have something to do where I believe Thursday at 4 o'clock Pacific, that would be 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock Eastern Coast, we're going to do our first breakthrough. And those are going to be for people that know, you'll see it posted and stuff, but people that really, really, really feel like they have something holding them back. I'm going to help them walk through that and figure out how to get on the other side of that. So Craig, let's answer some questions and let people get a little closer to their goals.
Fantabulous. This is going to be exciting. And, we'll keep everybody up to date on when the breakthroughs start. But, that's our plan, is coming up this Thursday. So let's work on that. Again, if you have a question that you would like to ask Robert, for those of you that are in YouTube or on YouTube, go ahead and type your question in the chat, and please precede that with the word question so that I can identify that. For those of you watching on Zoom, same thing if you want us to ask the question on your behalf, and we'll do that for both the YouTube and the Zoom people. But if you really want to ask Robert a question, we've already got 3 hands raised. It's very easy to do. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen, those of you on Zoom. On the bottom, you'll see a button there that says reactions. Click on that button and then click on raise hand, and we will call upon you. So we've got 3 hands up. Jerome, Bill, and John, thank you guys so much for getting us started. Let's bring it in. Jerome Marshall, go ahead, please unmute yourself and ask Robert your question.
Hey, Robert. Hey, Craig. Hey, Matthew. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. How are you, Jerome?
Amen. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I just have a quick question.
Sure.
I've saved a lot of your videos, and I'm looking through them, of course, several times a week. But I haven't seen one that with you in action of, we're talking with new prospects or new affiliates.
Right.
Do you have a video like that, or
Yeah,
somewhere?
if you go to the YouTube channel, Jerome, and search and put in friends.
Okay.
All right. So I want people to or just use singular friend.
Okay.
And the reason that I've put those there, it's funny. I've even done that video with my wife, and I show people a lot of times, Jerome, when people are trying to figure out something, I would just like them to, increase the amount of friends that they have on social media. Learn to reach out and connect and give away, build, to get people to know, like you, and trust you. And just start building. Like when I first got involved in this industry and MySpace came out, it was like, I was going bananas, man. And I realized that the way that I got people to not only create a MySpace account, but also become my friends on MySpace is the same way that I do everything, Jerome. So when, Facebook came out, and it said we only have 5,000 friends. I was going, let's see how fast I can get to 5,000 friends. And think about it. It was how fast could I get to 5,000 friends without thinking about pitching them on anything?
Right.
See what I mean? I was just learning that skill. And do you guys think that when MySpace came out and Facebook came out, do you guys think there was some people that told me they're not ever going to do social media?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I had people that going, I don't think the internet's a good thing. I'm never going to do social media. I'm in the witness protection program. I don't want people to know my name. And I'm like, oh my God, some of these people are like, hey, I don't want anybody to know who I am and where I am. And I'm going like, wow, you really hurt some people.
Right. No, I just wanted to see, see a video with you and actually talking to an actual prospect, or new affiliate. So
yeah, so if you go to the YouTube channel and then click here and click friend, you're going to see how simple it is to create a friend and a number of ways of me doing this. And so but what I'm going to do new videos as well. I constantly get bored with the old videos, even though that was, a year ago or 10 months ago. But it'll have a little difference of me just, giving away the gift and connecting with people, and then, getting them to do me a huge personal favor. So
yeah,
look forward to those, Jerome.
No problem. I got you on lockdown. So
good.
That's no problem.
Yeah, and one of the things that I explain in there that I'll explain really, really quick, Jerome, is people really, really gotta take the time to think about who they want to connect with,
right?
And try to think of the perfect people you would like in your group. And then make sure that you really totally complete your profile. People make decisions in a milliseconds. You say something nice on a page or something like that, or even go further and make a comment or a nice compliment on their personal page after you found them on somebody else's page.
Right.
And they're going to click on your profile and they're going to look at it and immediately make a decision whether they want to connect with you or not.
Yeah, and I always put daily affirmations and daily quotes and stuff like that. I don't focus on selling anymore. Since I've been hanging out with y'all, I changed my mindset. Just focus on just helping and try, and praying and getting people excited.
Be that bright light that people want to hang around.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, I want them to. I want them to like like these Facebook reels and stuff, and I mean YouTube reels and TikToks. There's two kinds of TikToks. There's two kinds of reels. Ones that make us smile, ones that make us laugh, ones that touch our heart, inspire us. And then you got the people that are thinking the world's going to end and whining and complaining about everything. So I tell people sort of like flush your YouTube channel or flush your Facebook profile, and also go through it, Jerome, and really think about, someone was going to ask me, what are my hobbies? If they were going to ask me, what are my favorite books? If they're going to ask me, what are my favorite movies? If they're going to ask me, what are my favorite songs and bands? And really make this the intent of attracting people that you would love to be around. I think I shocked him. No. All right.
Oh, he might be frozen. It looks like, yeah, I'm getting that impression that something happened on his end.
No problem.
So, all right, Jerome, thank you so very much for sharing with us on that. And let's go ahead and go to our next hand that is up. Mr. Bill Shoemaker, please go ahead, open up, and ask your question.
Thank you, Craig. You are amazing. Man, you've been working on that long introduction. I love it.
Bill, your volume is low. Yeah, could you maybe see if you can increase your volume?
Uh-oh. Any better?
No.
We can just barely hear your whisper.
Let me come back. Come back to me.
All right, yeah, we'll come back to you. All right, guess who gets to go ahead of him, John Tier? Not that we don't appreciate Bill, but we want to make sure that we can hear him. So, John Tier, please go ahead, open up, and share with us.
I'm just messing with you.
I felt that joy right away. He was like, hey, I'm gonna.
I figured everybody else was having some issues, I might as well join in, right?
Right.
So listen, man. Oh man, that the thing we did, Science of Getting Rich, is still just
it's
doing this.
For me too.
It's just doing this, and it's funny. This week, just a quick comment, then I have some questions. I had a guy, sometimes online marketers really don't do well in our company, and I know why. But this guy was telling me about how he knew Josh and Jenna. He knew Jenna before she got married and blah, 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 and all of that. And so he asked me, well, will you concentrate on travel, or you concentrate on like selling Akashics? So I said to him, I said, well, I actually look for people who want to make money. And his response was a question mark. And so I put a question mark back to him and said, you got questions? And I never heard anything else from him,
Yeah. Yeah, you guys want to blow people away really quick and they say, well, what's your product? Just say people. People, this is a people business. What do you mean a people business? If I can't help another person get what they want out of life and build a relationship that can last forever, what's the use of doing this?
Yeah.
Because affiliate marketers and people that don't understand the phrase, I can shear a sheep forever, I can only skin it once. the people mentalities is I got to get them in, I got to get them at the highest package, and then I got to move on. And that's why this industry's got a bad name. It's got a bad name because of the majority of the people don't see themselves in the company for more than 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How can you build residual income? How can you build residual income if
Well,
you're
you
moving to
know,
a new company every couple of months?
because I think it's not really about residual income. They say it is, but I think it's really about them paying their next bills.
Oh yeah.
That's really what it's really about, you know?
Yeah, and so that's where the big ticket thing comes from. When someone comes out and says, well, listen, you could sell a big product and make $1,000 or $2,000 up front. And do you know how long it would take you to build a organization that could generate you $1,000 a month? And well, if you're doing it wrong, the answer is never.
Yeah.
If you're doing it wrong, the answer's never. If you do it right, you can make some pretty substantial income on a monthly basis. It's just every time I see our checks, we just got paid on Thursday, and I'm like, I honestly sometimes make 79, or we made 79,000 last week. And there's just part of me that still just goes, man, I'm so glad I bought into this relationship stuff.
So, all right. So, this actually, some of this goes back to the science of getting rich, but since, I talked about doing an act, and then when you do the act, to do it in efficient manner. And so what acts in MDC should we be doing in a successful manner? And how do we know when that act is successful? And the other thing is, when you ask a person for a huge personal favor, are you asking them to get with you to go to a Zoom? And then what are you doing on that Zoom?
Yeah, the efficient manner is, again, the giving of the gift of the Science of Getting Rich chapters, telling them to read, 4, 14, and 7.
Okay.
That is just a sorting tool.
Right.
It is a super sorting tool. So out of the people that are telling you, thank you for the book, I read it and I'm glad that I get to go through it again. You can even say, well, listen, Robert and a lot of us just finished doing a mastermind on the mastery of science of getting rich. If you'd like, maybe you should, look at one of those. Again, I would suggest, 4, 14, or 7. And yeah, I just really know that once you do that efficiently, and what I think a lot of people think, John, is that takes, hours, when for me, it takes minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I actually look at it as if I walked up to you and handed you $100 bill, and you go, what's this for? And I say, hey, I just want to give this to you. I just felt led to give this to you. That once I give that gift away, knowing what it could possibly do for you and your family, me asking for you to do me a huge personal favor and become a free affiliate, would I tell people that they should still send Steps to Success and Freedoms? Absolutely. I am. And so that, and then sending my affiliate link, asking them to become an affiliate so they can gather the information and feel comfortable introducing me to other people. And so when they become an affiliate, John, the next step, the next certain way for me is, okay, hey, congratulations, John, on being an affiliate. I really appreciate that. I'd like to get to know you better. And I'd also like to share with you exactly how we can get an extra payday in for you and your family.
Gotcha.
So if we can set a Zoom, and then that is when I'm going to ask them for their magic number. That's when I'm going to show them a theoretical, and that's when I'm going to get them engaged. Absolutely.
I see. Okay, I got you. Okay. So,
and I'm sure you're not the only one that had that question. So, John, again, you're really great at asking questions that really serve everybody. I really appreciate you for doing that.
Thank you. I got this, man. It's just kind of fine tuning the radio station,
Yeah. And again, again, here's where I think that people overthink. I know they overthink. This is where I know they overthink, is when you're very instinctively knowing where you're going. You're excited out of your frickin' mind. You know what I mean? Literally. Think about that. You're out of your mind. Actually having emotional experiences of things that you're going to create for you and your family and for others. And you're running on this, vibration, this frequency. So as your intent is right, you're sorting fast, you're going through people fast, and you're finding people that follow the steps fast. So I know this might sound crazy to you guys, but there's not a day that goes by where I don't talk to at least one or two people showing them the theoretical example. So why it's fun for me is I'm going from victory to victory to victory to victory to victory to victory to victory. You see what I mean? And so when people are not moving in that flow, then it's like, I didn't get anybody today. I didn't get anybody yesterday. I haven't got anybody for a week. I haven't got anybody for 2 weeks. I haven't got anybody for 3 weeks. And see, that's when all of a sudden you're just going, listen, this sucks. This really sucks, instead of knowing that if you just went from victory to victory. So I'm constantly winning. I'm constantly bringing in, honestly, just yesterday, I brought in a new customer. And I know people are like, what, Robert? Now you're messing this all up for me. No, as soon as I sent them the link, telling them to check it out, here was a person that you got to listen to. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. And this person came back and said, I hope you understand there is no way that I'm interested in sharing with you people that I know that need to make money until I believe in the products. I'm going to tell them no.
Right.
I'm going to say, I totally know how you feel. You know what I mean? So what products would you like to try? And they said, well, let me take my time and go through the back office. And I went, absolutely. I'm here for you. And just moving on. So,
It's funny, Robert, a couple of days ago, I did a Zoom with some friends of mine. I know they do a lot of traveling, and I had sent them the card. They never really used the card. And so I managed to get them on a Zoom, and that Jefferson Santos videos is actually pretty good about explaining the travel. And so I let them see that. And the guy said, why didn't you show this to me before? I said, I've been trying to show this to you. He said, we just spent $2,000 on a cruise,
Yeah.
And then, and then he said to me, well, can you make money from this too? What if I sent somebody over here? And I thought to myself, well, who else do I know that travels and uses this? So I've got another Zoom after our AMA today, about some people I know that are friends of mine that they travel. And I'd said to them, would you do me a favor? I know you guys like to travel. Why don't you check this out, and see if you guys can save some money. I say, I know you guys like to travel. And so I set up a Zoom to do it with them. So I just thought to myself, this was so easy. This was really, really just.
It really is. And if you trust your instincts, you're not looking for the how again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reaching out to somebody and they turn around and tell me, well, I'm involved in another network marketing company. Now I know I'm going to freak some of you guys out again. And I go, oh, really? How long you been with the company and how's it going? Oh, my God, it's going great. I've never been happier, blah, 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 blah. And I asked them, what is your number one selling product? What product are most people excited about and why? And sometimes they'll come back and go, why are you interested? And I said, man, if you walk through my house, we probably have hundreds of products in the house that we have from all different kind of network marketing companies because we love to support people. So now they're really, really excited, see? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I'm like going, if you don't mind, send me an affiliate link and I'll sign up and look in the back office and share this with my wife. It costs money to get in the company. Oh, well, just send me your product link then. I only can just send you to the corporate site. Oh, okay, really? See, I'm not making fun of them, but it's usually like the second or third thing that I say, and they go, no, wait a minute. Are you telling me that your company allows people to get in for free and check everything out first? Yeah, it's like Amazon. Well, I know you guys probably have some products that we don't have. I said, I'm sure you do. You know,
That is awesome.
so it's again, not trying to be a lost leader or anything, but just really, really honestly listening instead of saying that you just got to keep doing everything the same way. You know what I mean? Tailor it to the person.
Right. I'm learning that.
Yeah, they're unique. People ask John if I talk to very successful people, and even if they're in network marketing or not, especially after the marketplace hits, you know, site changes, back office changes. We got a couple of brands. Man, if you guys don't think that I'm going to reach out and go, hey, Arthur, have you heard of Janess? There used to be a huge network marketing company, and they had 2 of their best-selling products, and we have them now. What? Yeah, we got this thing called Marketplace, so now we're going to go out to all the best products that are in the world for different companies, and we're going to negotiate a deal with them. And if we can prove that we can sell more product than the company they're currently with, we get the exclusive rights, and they'll stop marketing that product for those companies. Welcome to 2023.
Okay. That's good stuff, man.
So, you know, you can be cocky that way and just say, listen, is there anything I could do or say to get you to take a look at our company? But again, it's all the sorting. You know, the people that I have that are very close to me, they've already read The Science of Getting Rich. That's why they're doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? And so reaching out to them can be a little different. But would I reach out to them when I first got involved in this company? The answer is yes, because I always had the backup person. I always had the money person. You know what I mean? So as soon as they started drilling me with questions, I think that I could say, well, listen, can I drop you in a group chat with my business partner? Oh my God. I'm not being mean here. If I had what you guys had, I'd be like, hey, you know, it's like those movies that we see where, you know, it's always the geek kid, the scrawny geek kid that has a kid that's bigger than any football player, but he just doesn't want to play sports. You know what I mean? He's got his buddy around with him, and they're like, the bullies are like, hey, I'm not messing with him. It's like, so thank you, John.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Love you.
Love you. Appreciate you.
John, thank you so very much. I see Jerome is back with us. So Jerome, I'm going to go back to you real quick. And if you had something else that you needed to add, let's go ahead and do that. So please unmute yourself.
I wanted to apologize. We're having storms out here in San Antonio. So while you were answering the question, I was listening. All of a sudden, light flickered and internet went off. So I was like, oh, come on, man.
No problem at all. You'll be able to go back and re-listen to it. I felt like we were finished. I was just telling you how much I appreciate you. So.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you too, man. Much love to you.
All right.
That's it.
Have a blessed weekend and love and appreciate you.
All right. Love you.
Thanks, Jerome. Stay safe too, please. Okay. So now let's go ahead and see if Bill Shoemaker has his audio all squared away. Bill, open up and please share with us.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, somehow my volume got turned down. Anyway, you are amazing, Craig. Thank you for that long. You ought to go for the Guinness Book of Records or something.
Oh, you're going to tempt me. You're going to tempt me.
It's pretty cool. I love it. Robert, thank you so much. I love you, man. You
Bill.
laid it all out. You just said everything I needed to hear. And I
Okay.
just wanted to tell you how grateful I am for that Science of Getting Rich masterclass. I'm still going to be listening to it and really had a breakthrough. When I listen to you, you almost sound like you're channeling Abraham Hicks. It's weird because you're in
I
the
tell
vortex.
people, yeah, Bill, I tell people when you trust and channel in, it's the same channel. It's the same frequency. So no one's ever come to me with a name like Abraham, you know what I mean? But yeah, I just call it a download, and a lot of people, Melody, and some of you have Lisa Marie, I know Craig, my son, Deborah, I'm looking, Melody, of course. There's a bunch of people, Eric's been around forever. And it's like when I start doing breakthroughs again, you guys are really gonna find that it's that I 1000% trust the source. I know yesterday, it was the 4th, the force, I mean the day before. But it is pretty funny when people, watch two movies are in my head at the same time. So Field of Dreams, of course, it came as a whisper. You know what I mean? Build it. It will come. You know what I mean? It's like, and then, then you got Star Wars when he's, Luke's blowing up the Death Star, and it's like, use the Force. They're like, why is he shutting off the computer? It's like, listen, this one's going into the exhaust pipe, a banana in the tailpipe. No, I don't know. See, there's a lot of different movies there. But there's a lot of people, I know we talked about it before, Bill, where you hear these people, and sometimes people do it in their job or do it whenever, but I wish and pray that everyone experiences that moment when you're sort of in the zone. You know what I mean? And the zone that I talk about is, all of a sudden time doesn't matter, nothing matters, and you just seem like you're right in the zone. So that's, believe it or not, why a lot of people don't understand that are not athletic fans. That's why I love athletics, because when people have to tap into a different zone, like watching Kobe Bryant score 81 points, you know what I mean? It's like all of a sudden you just see, you get to see it and feel it at the same time. And I'll never forget when Kobe scored 81 points in a game. He goes, it's so weird because everyone always complains about me that I don't give the ball to anybody, that I'm a ball hog. And he said, so for me to experience one day, because of my retirement, that everyone wanted me to shoot. And he goes, I would pass the ball and they would pass it back. And I'm trying to get rid of the ball and they're like passing it to me going, shoot, shoot, shoot. So it's and I know that all of us have seen this in all kinds of athletics. It's like all of a sudden a player, all of a sudden just seems to be, they're just able to tap into that zone and stay in it. So, that's when you hear other athletes. I remember watching something, Bill, and it was so incredible that, I watched a documentary on the plane, and it was about Bo Jackson. When Bo Jackson went through that whole thing, Bo knows. And I didn't know this, you guys. Bo Jackson was the very first person to get a shoe deal. If he didn't get the shoe deal, they don't know if Michael Jordan ever would have. Isn't that crazy? So they made that big movie out of Michael Jordan, but here's this guy that's sort of like a natural athlete, and he'll never be in a Hall of Fame because he wasn't an athlete long enough to break any records on anything. But everyone said, when Bo went up to the plate in baseball or he was getting the ball, he said there's very few athletes in the world that watched him. They said you didn't go to the bathroom when he went up to bat. You know what I mean? And it was like, oh, there's just some of these people that just trust that zone. And wouldn't that be again, Bill, about belief and faith?
Yes.
I'm constantly saying that, I got my co-pilot, you know what I mean? It's, I'm not ashamed in any way, shape or form that say that the things that I do are done because I have, my source, my Lord and Savior, God, whatever you want to call them, you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm pretty invincible knowing that, that I have that energy that I can tap into, Bill. So thank you.
I got that, Robert, and I'm excited, and I'm getting into the zone more and more often. I was listening to a unified physicist. His name is Nassim Harriman. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he said something that just blew me away. He goes, we all these quantum physicists and all these scientists look at the universe and see how far they can see. But if they only realized when they look at the universe, they are the universe.
Yeah.
We are. All
Yeah.
you said, get in the zone, connect to it. It's got your back.
The coolest thing I love about science is I think a lot of people don't understand what science was because I was an engineer. It was part of what I had to know. And the techniques and things that we do today for fabrication on metal and stuff is all new technology, because science is totally always saying, why is it done this way? Why is it done this way? And the way that they heat up metal today is just like mind-boggling to me. They use some kind of infusion technique, and it's got this little wire that goes around in circles and that comes back. And anything that they put over it, you just got 3 big circles, and anything they put induction, and anytime anything that they put in there, it immediately turns it just red hot. And it's like, so these people that are taking rusty bolts and stuff off, all these new mechanics got this deal where you can't take this nut off or get this bolt out. They just put it over top of it, Bill, and hit it. It probably doesn't even take 15 seconds. It's red hot. And they put the wrench on it and pull it right out. And I'm just like going, man, there's so many cool tools and cool things that I never got a chance to use.
And there keeps more coming.
Yeah. And so, we now are hearing that, I think it's number 6 or number 7, galaxies that we're seeing out now. And so, they don't even want to talk about how many new planets are out there anymore. It's like, wow, they'd be like 20, 30 planets we would be talking about every week that we now found another planet, another sun. And I think they've now found 4 suns that are 5 to 10 times larger than ours. I mean, so you got all these people that we grew up with that said we know everything, and they all every day got to say we know nothing.
Hey, Robert, here's the thing is Elon Musk is so cool, and he's got all this about going to Mars and stuff. But Nassim, he says he's got gravity figured out.
There's going to be some weird stuff.
Yeah, that's a game changer right there.
Well, thank you, Bill. It's great to be in this time, and for all of you that are sort of, I think we might have talked a little bit about this, but all the stuff that they're trying to scare you with, everything that propaganda is trying to scare you with AI and all this stuff, just understand that if you focus on the trait of learning to love yourself and learning to love others, and just constantly building based around personal relationships and people business, there's no one that's going to be able to compete against you, because you're in the creative place. You're creating visions for other people. You're creating breakthroughs for other people. You're creating relationships and connections with other people. And I would say, well, it's obvious that 99.9% of the people on the planet do not possess or want those skills. So me, I get to walk around every day, all day, making people feel better, and everybody else is not interested or wants to make them feel worse. I'm like in a pretty cool place.
Love it, love it, love it.
And what I do, I think, is like simple. It's like the simplest and easiest, and the more you get into it, it's the most common thing in the world is to make another human being happy. It's like, come on. It's like every time I look at Ola's face, it puts a smile on my face. Ola's one of those cheerful people. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, Bill. Appreciate that. Okay, before we go on to our other hand raisers, I see James, Corky, and Lisa Marie with their hands up. I wanted to ask this question, and Peter's iPad, that's how he is referred to here in the Zoom. He says, can you say when the next Cancun trip will be? It gives affiliates something to build towards and build excitement and growth.
Right. I would prepare for all trips like they were going to happen next month. How's that? Because people don't know when the next international convention is going to be. And, a lot of companies, and people are like, yeah, but I need to plan. Yeah, but I need to plan. No, Peter, what you need to do is get money out of the way and have 100% freedom, so you really don't care when they do it. So that was my answer to I don't know. So there you go.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. And thank you, Peter, for asking the question.
Yes.
Okay, I got James Mullaney. Your hand is up. Please open up and ask a question of Robert Hollis here on AMA Ask Me Anything.
Hello, y'all. How you doing?
Hi, Jim. I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I can tell just by looking at you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Less than highly favored on this end as well. Just gotta put another shout out to the masterminds. I miss those. Too bad Mr. Wattles didn't add a few more chapters in his book, because the masterminds are great. And just the breakthroughs I've been going through ever since I partnered up with MDC. I first partnered up with them many years ago when they first came out with HempWorks. I'm one of the guys who had to pay the extra $20 to be an affiliate and all that. And I knew my first network marketing gig at all. I mean, nothing. I knew nothing about anything about it. And the guy who was my upline didn't know anything about it either. Didn't know anything about the certain way or anything. And he dumped me into a group who were all focused on selling products. And I learned how to do everything wrong. And I did manage to sell quite a bit of product. I mean, being on disability, any extra income is surely appreciated. And
absolutely.
And I made almost $1,000, which is, significant, for not knowing what I was doing.
Right.
And but I quickly learned that I was pretty much starting to spin my wheels in it, and I was getting stuck up to my axles, and I didn't have anyone to learn from at that time. I didn't know you. I didn't know anybody who was doing really well in the industry. I remember getting the welcome package when I first signed up, and they sent me a book from Falcone, Fearless Marketer. And it really didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, not knowing what the industry was about.
Yeah, there's everything in life is Jim. Everything in life is why doesn't someone want to say, what is the philosophy? What is what is the philosophy first of all, and then what is your personal philosophy?
Right.
Because if you want to play music, if someone said I love music and I want to do something in music,
Right.
there's very simple questions that someone would ask. Are
Sure.
you the person that is like, I don't know, do you want to be a groupie, or do you want to be in the stage crew setting it up? Do you want to play an instrument? Do you want to sing? See,
Right.
if someone wants to be involved in the music industry, you start narrowing it down.
Right.
And then as soon as you narrow it down, say, well, I like to be a guitar player. What genre do you love the most? Do you want to play electric, or do you want to play acoustic, or you see what I mean? And it's like,
Right.
no one does that in this industry.
No, not a bit.
No one does it. So Jim Rowan and his little audios are the best. He said, when I grew up, I grew up on a potato farm, and I learned how to plant and harvest potatoes.
Right.
That was one of my skills. And so then when I got out, I started asking people that made a lot of money what they were doing. And just saying that statement, how many people do you guys know that mentally go out and try to find the person that makes the most money and ask them how the hell they did it?
Right.
It's like, no, it's like, I need to get educated and I'll be an accountant. You know what I mean? I need to get good schooling and I need to be a teacher. So Jim
Right.
Rowan said that he met this guy, and I believe they sold insurance. And he just said, so I learned to sell because you can make money selling.
Right.
And then I met people that made a fortune, and they learned to build a group. And he said, so I now know how to be a potato farmer. I now know how to sell. And now I want to make a fortune, so I need to build a group.
Exactly.
And so imagine, Jim, if you owned a small business, any business. Let's say it
Right.
was dry cleaners, right?
Right.
And so now you open it up, and the first thing you would look for is people with experience that knows how to work at a dry cleaning place.
Exactly.
So right away you're looking for people that want to work at a dry cleaner place, or they want to learn how to work at a dry cleaners. It's just like, and in this industry, it used to be, hey, listen, if they're within slapping distance, you need to be talk to them, because everybody wants to be an entrepreneur and everybody wants to make money and have free time. They do not.
I know.
So it'd be like walking into someone that says, oh my God, I love music. And you go, what kind? And they say whatever genre it is.
Right.
And you go, I don't like that genre. You know what I mean? No, you need to like that genre. No, I do not.
I need to find people who like that genre.
Right.
Exactly.
So when you get into sales, all I can tell people is people that do sales and do it consistently, they're going to make money, but they're also going to experience burnout.
Right.
And the second thing that they're going to have problems with is finding other people that want to sell past the burnout.
Yeah.
So now you're in the salesman syndrome that constantly pops up in this book. I did a whole playing list on this book.
Yeah, I've got my.
And it's like, now you're in the salesman syndrome. You're bringing people in, they're falling out. You're bringing people in, they're falling out. You're bringing people in, they're falling out. And believe it or not, affiliate marketers love that.
Yep.
They love that. I've talked to affiliate marketers, Jim, that say straight out, I'm not interested in babysitting a group of people.
No.
And my response is, oh my God, I'm glad someone gave a rip about me.
Yeah. For real.
So that's why I'm trying to.
I was starting to build an organization underneath me. I had a couple of people. I didn't know what to do with them.
Right.
I didn't know the certain way that, they thought it was all about sales. And I was like, it's not about sales. It's something more than that.
Yeah.
It's about helping people. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people, not only with the products, but with getting their extra paychecks, replacing their incomes. And, I knew I had to pump the brakes on what I was doing. So I stopped being an affiliate and I just set my mind on learning what this is all about first.
Good.
And so when I got back into being an affiliate, it's when I connected with you. Excellent. And started learning what the heck am I supposed to be doing and get to doing it. And so,
yeah, because it's obvious that it works.
Yeah. I know. Like, working. These people are working. They're prospering. They're doing great. They're helping dozens and dozens of people. And, I want to do that too. And I just got to learn the certain way. I didn't know anything about Abraham Hicks. I didn't know anything about Jim Rohn. I didn't know anything about Bob Proctor. I didn't know anything about meditations. And so connecting with you, this student was ready and this teacher appeared. And so I've been just soaking it all in and just mental breakthroughs and stuff, being physically limited in what I can do is actually turning out to be a good thing, because now I don't have crazy ideas about going out and getting a job. And I remember the first time I heard you saying leaving voice clips and Messenger, I was like, oh, that's extremely uncomfortable. And then and my carpal tunnel started acting up. So it became difficult to type. And so, voice messaging makes a lot more sense, a whole lot more personal. And people can tell you're more authentic that way instead of just trying to game on them,
Totally. And that's why I tell people, your first pique's got to be, 10, 15 seconds. We all do the same thing.
Exactly.
We see the notification on Messenger. We look at it and we go 15 seconds. Nah, okay. How many of you honestly have gotten a voice clip from someone and it's 3 minutes? What's your first thought?
The first time I got a voice clip was from a Facebook friend who would send me voice clips when we were having a discussion on Facebook, and he had to leave voice clips because he was a truck driver and he was driving at the time. And so I thought, I didn't even know there was a voice clip option on there until he did that. And so I thought really, really cool.
Well, I'm proud of you, Jim. Just keep taking the steps and they'll just keep getting gooder and gooder.
And then another thing is, when you mentioned about me setting up a YouTube channel to be playing the guitar and all.
Yeah.
I never even considered that before. I never,
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. And the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it sounds like a pretty neat idea. And I'm like, well, how in the heck am I going to, I don't know how to set up a YouTube channel. And I'm thinking, there's a YouTube video for that. And then, by golly, there is.
Yeah, for all of you that don't know how to do stuff, you just got to go to YouTube. And of course, Google owns YouTube. And you go, how to set up a YouTube channel, how to post my first video.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you guys, oh my Lord, if we're not in the perfect place at the perfect time. I mean, stuff that I'm teaching people to do now, it was not that simple 5 years ago. 5 years ago. It's like Matt and I, we were talking about, and I just figured this out. Do you guys realize that you can totally edit a video in YouTube?
Yeah.
So you just do a YouTube, just start doing the video. So now you get a camera and you're doing it on your phone and just do it. Just do it. And then you go, well, one of the things I wanted to talk about, dang it. Hang on a second. I lost my thought. Oh yeah, I remember what it is. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Stop trying to be perfect. And when it's on Facebook, now you can go in and you can cut out all the ahs that you want to. You can cut the beginning off. You can cut the end off. I always love people when they're doing this. It's like, okay, and I'm done. So let me see. Where do I shut this? It's like, it's got to be here someplace. It's like, You know, and it's like I'm telling you, people just. It's funny. I see a bunch of people that are laughing as I'm doing this. Well, when someone does that on a video, that makes me chuckle. And not only does it make me chuckle, but I go, great for them. Great for them that they didn't let themselves get in the way. Maybe my lighting's not right. Maybe my phone's not right. Maybe I'm doing it the wrong angle. What about my background? It's like, screw all that. The people that are making the most money right now on social media are people that they didn't get the memo about all the stuff we overthink on.
Yeah, keep it real.
They just grab the phone, man, start talking. It's like, it's so awesome.
That's how you get people to know, like, and trust you.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Robert.
Love and
Awesome.
appreciate it. Way to go. I can't wait to see your first video on YouTube. Let me know.
It might be a while. I got to go next week and see about my carpal tunnel surgery. So all that garbage. So yay.
Right.
All right, Jim. I'm gonna remember that. Sorry, thank you very much, Jim. Appreciate you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, please like the video, share the video, and of course, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. And for those of you that are wondering about what Robert and Jim were talking about with regards to mastering the science of getting rich, it was a web series that we just completed. And please check it out. We go through every single chapter and we mastermind with it. And those of you that are here, raise your hand if that wasn't an amazing series. Yeah. So a lot of the people whose hands you see raised, they participated in this. And wow, great breakthroughs. And Robert, thank you so very much for being our guide during this mastering of the science of getting rich.
It was not only my honor, but I learned so much. The people that are open to helping others learn more while they're helping others. It's like, so I'm halfway through it. It's only, believe it or not, for those of you that are thinking about making an impact, the whole impact was only 37 hours of my time and your time. And it only created 6,000 viewers. So 6,000 views. So it's that definitely should be in your mind of going, wow. The little audios that I recorded and read through, those are now over 5,000 views.
Wow.
So there's people looking for the information. So
like
just share your heart and make people feel good.
Like the show said, it's out there.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And Matthew, thank you for saying this in the chat with regards to what Jim was sharing. Jim, YouTube University. It's out there. It's available. I know that when I have any questions, that's one of my go-tos too. So why not? Let's see that channel open up, Jim. All right. We got hands going up. So let's go ahead and get to them. Gentleman whose hand is now raised, he goes by Santa Corky, but we also know him as Corky Kinter. Corky, please open up and share with us.
Okay. Oh, good. Hey, thank you, guys. Wow, I got a bunch of pops, a bunch of them today. Really good. Really good. You know, mine's going to be kind of along the social media thing, and I'm glad Jim stepped into it a little bit because that's my world. I go on every day, nearly every day, for 2 to 4 hours. I go live, and then I have my videos and stuff too. But I'm trying to shift from, because I am so sold out on our company and the marketplace where it's going. It's just huge. It's absolutely huge. We don't have to worry about just selling the berry that changes your life. We've got so many directions to go, and I'm just fascinated about our company right now, especially coming out with marketplace. And I'm looking at my social media. Maybe this is something I could talk to you off to the side on, kind of how to market a little bit better. And I don't want to say market, but get it out. I'm fortunate because I really urge you to start a social media page, because you will find people that already have a followings. People that are already out there, they want to put content out there. So it's like double dipping. Me being with Robert, he gets to take advantage of my, you know, all my followers. Yeah. I was going to put a number on it, but that's not the important. But my a portion of my followers like to make content. They're already doing videos. They're already doing stuff. So one of my questions is that when you say content for people other than, I already know what I do for content, but what I'm trying to transition it. And here, let me do it this way. I'm about to get a box of my stuff that I ordered from the company, and I'm really excited about getting it because I use several of them, 4 to 5 of them at least, and I love them.
Right.
And now I'm starting a couple new ones. And I want to do an unboxing on my channel, on my live. Say, hey, this came. I did the deal with collagen. I did that, and a few people reached out. But it's so hard to switch from old school way of doing it because I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to be that person. But I want them to see that we've got Pepsi and we've got, you know, this and we've got sunglasses, you know.
So let me give you a neat concept. I will never, ever tell people not to focus on the products. Okay.
What?
I said, I will never tell anyone not to focus on the products.
Okay.
Because sometimes that's all they'll do, Corky. Their philosophy, they've spent their entire life being a employee and a consumer, an employee and a consumer. So they don't know how to switch that paradigm. They don't know how to go from a real estate agent to owning a franchise. They don't know how to think like a business owner. So what most people do, Corky, is if they learn the right philosophy to something, they just go back and do what they have always done. And sooner or later, they're going to get the ramifications from that, right? So here's the hardest thing that people don't realize. If you're interested in having tens of thousands of people that are responsible for your income, see, when I say that, if you'd like to make 6 figures and be a super affiliate, that is a different strategy than constantly talking about all the product. So it's just a total different. If you guys watch my Facebook page really close, did I post about 420? Of course I did. Now, Corky, if we're talking about marketing, making an impact, helping people, do you want to guess how many customers I got from the 420 promotion?
How many new customers, or how many people bought? How many people?
How many new customers did I get?
Okay. Yeah.
0.
Really?
Yeah.
From your post.
Yeah. If you guys really look at my post really close, super close, you'll see if I ever post anything about the company that I'm involved in, they're virtually ignored.
Like all of them are. All of them
Right.
are on social media. I got
Not
people.
true. Not true. When I'm talking about something that makes people feel good,
Right.
I get 150 comments. I get 40 shares. I get like 200,000 likes and hearts. It's obvious that my audience wants something from me. Corky, let that sink in.
I got it.
Because we talked about it in another video, right?
Right.
So my audience wants something from me. And when I don't give them that, they punish me.
Exactly.
So my mind's going, I love to get on. I'm full of energy. I'm pumped up. I'm there to share with them, inspire them, give them hope, and amazing.
Yes, I get that. Since we finished mastery,
the next video is like, hey, you can buy one of these and get another one free, and nothing.
Mhm.
So I'm telling you, as a marketer, what if everything that went through your filter, everything that you were thinking about as being a content creator, was specific instead of logical, was about making people feel good instead of logical? How
Mhm.
many of you guys know that we all pop into the logical mind?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so when Marketplace comes out and they launch the first 5 or 6 brands, what do you think the majority of the people are going to do in the company?
Go buy some. Go check it out.
And they're going to be pushing on social media all the brands. It's just going to start all over again.
Yes.
And Walmart doesn't do that. Amazon doesn't do that. Target doesn't do that. Costco doesn't do that. It's like they just, hey, Corky, why don't you come in and what would you like? What are you looking for? If you showed up on a car dealership,
Mm-hmm.
so you get out of the car with your wife and the salesman comes up to you and walks you right over to a vehicle and says, this is the one you want. You know why? Because we just pulled it off the truck, Corky. We're doing an unwrapping of this new vehicle that just got off the truck. And here's the one you're buying. And you're like, I am not.
Right.
I don't like that car. I've never liked that car. No. We're doing an unwrapping on this car. This is the one. And you're like, oh, I get it. You don't care the way I feel.
Mm-hmm.
You're not making me feel good. You're pushy. You're a salesperson, and you're trying to get me interested in something I'm not interested in.
Right.
So, yeah. So,
Mhm.
am I going to tell you not to do the unboxing? Nah, I think you should do anything that's really super exciting to you. I
Mhm.
just think that maybe you should do stuff, Corky, that is for your audience that makes them feel better instead of constantly be doing something that the logical mind tells you should do, mostly because you've seen other people do it. So you
Mhm.
fall into a competitive state and you go,
Mhm.
oh my God, that person did an unboxing. I need to do an unboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Not thinking, if I did an unboxing, I wonder what my audience would think. I wonder how many people I could get to do an unboxing after I did an unboxing. Is that duplicatable?
Not always.
See? So my mind just constantly goes through, what if I just taught what people can duplicate?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to get them to do something, Corky. And if
Mhm.
I can get them to do something and they can get a little bit of a result, then it's exciting for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they take the next step, and then they take the next step. And then where do most people, have you guys heard this phrase? Do you guys know there's less than 1% of people in the network marketing and affiliate industry that actually make a full-time income? Do you guys really know that statistic?
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
It's true. Every company that's legal, that is willing to keep their legal status in the world, and especially United States, has an income disclosure statement.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you look where people are making, wow, the average person in America, average household makes $54,000 a year. Go look at all the companies that say they're the biggest and the baddest and see how many people make over 54,000. It's less than 1%. Now people go, oh my God, I didn't know this business was that difficult. Well, listen, only less than 1% of people make a full-time income singing. Only less than 1% of people make a full-time income in acting. only less than 1% of the people actually make a full-time income in athletics, sport, football player, soccer player, baseball player. The less than 1% has always been there. It's the same.
Mm-hmm.
It never changes. So it's not just this. How many people graduate college and get a degree and not only graduate at the top of their class, but then go on to make $1 million a year in that degree? Less than 1%.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I emphasizing this one thing? Its reason is 99% of the people will not do it in an effective certain way. They just flat frickin' refuse to follow the treasure map and do what they're supposed to do.
I get it. I started when we first started this class, the master class, my income from my social media was falling completely apart. And after finishing the class as of about 3 weeks ago, taking your advice, just be me, just do what I love doing, be passionate about it, stay in my dream. I'm back up to what I did at the peak. My income has doubled.
Because you're making people feel good again. You're around them and you're making them feel good again.
Mm-hmm.
Santa gives gifts all year round, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Never closed.
Yeah, I was asked to do a special needs 5K run today, and they asked me how much I wanted, to do an appearance. I said, "Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I don't want anything. I'm honored that I could come and be there. I have this, and plus I'm going to be going live when we're done here. But it's just things are starting to come together even more and more every day. It's absolutely
and all it is you doing things a certain way.
exactly.
You're excited. You're not thinking. So be careful. Just always ask yourself when you're about ready to do something. Am I doing this because I'm being analytical and thinking I should do this because I think that it's a good idea, or other people are doing it, so I should do it? Or is this what I'm being lent to do? Am I being urged, or is there a thing inside me? Because here's where people mess up, Corky. They don't believe that if they just created an audience of a bunch of people that constantly talked about them because they felt good being around them, so that people see mentally, they can't figure out how that is going to be any monetary gain.
Yeah. That's what blows me away, Robert, about you, is that you're not steering me to blow up my social media with products and with stuff. You keep saying be you. And it's what, there's a word I'm wanting to grab. It's foreign. This is foreign, right. Really foreign thinking. Yes, because of 68, almost 69 years of doing it and 30 years around multi-level marketing. But I see what other people are doing. I see what people in our own company are doing, and it's the same old stuff, but I'm seeing progression in every area of my life. And I mean, every area of my life since we started this. It's miraculous.
Yes. Just,
and it's foreign.
Is this, I'm glad that it's foreign. For those of you that want it to be comfortable, as long as the force or source has a master plan, you're always going to be uncomfortable.
You're right.
I'm doing things right now in the last couple of years that I told myself I would never do. And the reason that I told myself that is, I don't know. I just felt like I needed something more to learn and gain and just the model of network marketing. And then, like I shared with you guys on those videos, it's like all of a sudden I wake up one day and I'm being nominated in 2 different Hall of Fames. And I'm like going, how much is the universe and God right now trying to tell me listen, you got to make this impact happen for everybody. You're growing out of your little niche. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mentor, I was like, Corky, I was just wanting so bad, you know, my mentor, Bill Gold was. And I went to him one time and I said, he said he's going to put together this thing called the Knights of the Round Table. So we had 25 people. And I said, what do I got to do to be a knight? And he says, you got 7 offices in Southern California. Find a city that we're not in yet. Go there and do the things that I taught you. Go do it. So I asked everyone in my office in Woodland Hills and Encino what I should do. And someone said they had a friend of theirs that was in Detroit, Michigan. And the next thing I knew, I jumped on an airplane, didn't know him at all, and just rebuilt a bunch of offices and in Michigan. And that's where Tony and Mike Kupas came from. And the creation of ACN that ended up doing billions and billions of dollars. So, you know, leaving home to go someplace where no one knew me and do it all over again, that will check your temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's jumping out of your comfort zone. So it was cool because it made me one of the top 5 people that he's ever coached. And now when I look at the other people that were also Knights of the Round Table, there's none of them in my category. None of them even flipping close. So it's fun, you know, it's fun. So now I got to do that magic, that kind of impact, and not just have it be one pronged.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're saying you're putting a round table together?
I never even thought of that.
What? No, that was my other question is, you know, as we're evolving, I want to be able to share this in a way other than just personal. You know, I have a whole group of people. Carmen here, she's my assistant. She helps build this. We have a little community that we visit every day with. But out of that, I want to develop other people. In my little growth, actually, it's a big growth. I'm just a small ship trying to make big waves here. And, you know, Carmen has been a huge help for me, but that's just evidence again that God is in my life, working in my life. Sent a person like Carmen goes, what do you need? I'm here. I'm all in. I love what you do. I love the joy we spread. I love the concept that we do. See, that's just more. Carmen. Carmen's incredible. I wish she would talk on here, but she probably
she will at her own time. You know, Corky, one time you brought up the foundation and now you brought up the Knights. I like that. I really, really like that. I would like to teach and show other people how to have this going on all over the world. I can imagine each and every person that wanted to, that watches this video live or recorded, that they're doing their own Zoom on a weekly basis, just like this. Not to ask me anything, but also the, you know, the breakthroughs and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Something I would recommend too is that you do an interview with Dana, Dr. Dana. Just you and him sit down and go through some stuff. That is huge content right there. He is amazing. I wished he was on here. He's amazing. Is to do some interview with him or have him interview you or something, because he's got such a good intellectual way of looking at it, but also, and then you bring in the heart part of it, that I'm telling you guys are dynamite together. Absolutely dynamite.
I get those same kind of compliments from my son Matthew, because
exactly. The 3 of you should do a fireside thing. I
agree. Well, thank you, Corky. Thank you. Yeah. So it's I would ask you, Corky, when you have parts on our Ask Me Anythings or even on the mastery, see, you're such a giver. You're such a giver, and you want people to be the best they can be.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you share that stuff with me, like the foundation and being a knight and stuff like that, here's what I'll tell you, is you just got to listen to your own advice.
I am. Okay, I truly am.
Because we do that to each other, right? I'm not
Right?
telling you. I'm open and honest to say that the stuff that I teach people, I listen to, and I'm going like, why aren't you doing that? And I'll take down a note immediately, and it's on the list. It's the thing that I got to do. And so
I have money set aside for your foundation right now. I have to give it somewhere.
Okay.
I'm hanging on to it. It's
we're
not a
getting it
big
done.
amount. It's no big thing. I'm just, like I said, I'm just a, you know, people misunderstand. So I got 1 million followers. That doesn't mean a whole lot in the TikTok world for sure. But
Right.
I'm waiting. You flip the switch. I'm there, and I'll help you in anything that Santa Corky can do for you.
Yeah,
know?
don't you guys think you, Corky? I love you big time, and we've always had a great relationship. Aren't you
Yeah.
guys blown away that, you know, everyone talks about how bad the economy is until someone does a GoFundMe for someone that we really go, oh my God. And then the next thing it's on the news and there's like $2 million that someone gave to all the GoFundMe page. You know, that's human beings. Human beings can be hurting like you would not believe.
Oh, you have no idea.
A little thing like that, well, maybe not little, but something happens like that, and it makes us immediately be thankful and grateful. And when you're really grateful, that one that got me just recently, that, you know, that married couple, you know, jump on a golf cart and then get, you know, she was in her wedding dress and someone ran into him and killed her. So she just got done with her wedding. She was on her way out to a reception, jumped on the back of a golf cart. Her husband still is in critical condition. And I'm going like, how many of us just go, oh my God, that's supposed to be the happiest time of your life. So you get married and now you're no longer here. And it's like, what the hell? That makes you be grateful. You know what I mean? And so when we go, man, that's such a tragedy, then all of a sudden we go, well, what would make me feel good right now is to give to somebody in need.
Right.
That's just who we are.
Mhm.
But I can't say all of them, but now I would switch that number, right? Now I would think that 99% of the people would fall in that category, that if they could give, they would.
Mhm.
Thank you, Corky. I always love
you.
when you bring up things. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Love you too.
Love you too. Bye.
Thanks, Corky. Appreciate that. We got 3 more hands raised. I hope we'll be able to get those in.
Yep.
All right, fantastic. Lisa Marie Cook, go ahead, please. Unmute yourself and share with us.
There we go. Hi, guys. How's everybody?
Blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. How are you, Lisa Marie?
I am blessed and highly favored and deeply loved as well.
Yes, you are. Yes, you
I
are.
am. I am. I've got a couple of questions, and thank you
Okay.
again, Robert, for your series. I mean, it was amazing. I honestly don't know how any of us can promote our own YouTube channel. And if we want to do the series, The Science of Getting Rich, and compare to you, I mean, and I was a little bit confused as we were going through the series, because I remember once you said that we all should be doing that. Exactly.
Right.
And you are showing us right then and there, you know. But how do we promote ourselves, and especially moving to YouTube now, because Facebook will not show posts. If you share a video from YouTube on Facebook, it is not going to get seen, period.
No,
It is
no.
not.
Facebook is, let's just say without being negative, that Facebook isn't what it used to be. That's all we got to say. So, and if you asked me to promote YouTube in 2012, I thought YouTube was one of the worst companies on the planet. So it's just things evolve and
we just pivot.
Yeah,
we got to pivot.
The one thing is, Lisa Marie, who is your favorite artist?
I don't really have one. I love lots of different types. I really don't have a favorite.
Don't have a favorite song?
A favorite song? Yeah, I've got lots of favorite song. Hotel California is my all-time favorite.
Okay, the Eagles. All right. All right. That is a genre, right? The Eagles are amazing. But their favorite song that a lot of people don't know is Get Over It. Oh my God, I just love that song. I like to find your inner child and kick its little ass. Get over it. Your mommy's too skinny and your dad's too fat. Get over it. You know, it's like, it's hilarious.
Daddy don't rock and roll.
Right. And I love the part where it says, every time I ask you how you're doing, it's like going to confession. It's like some pretty brutal words in there. So the reason I asked who your favorite song is, right, is it would be like if someone heard that song came out, Hotel California. So then every single creating artist on the planet said, there's no way we can top that. There's no way we can find an audience. We're done. So why is there so many bands? Why is there so many singers? Why is there so many different genres of music? It's because you got to have faith and belief in yourself that you know the information well enough to help other people get through it. So, you know, Melody Ryba, she's one of my millionaires, right? Not only did Melody always be around me while I was teaching my entire crew or team, our community, that stuff, but immediately Melody went, there's a lot of people that are part of what Robert does, and they're constantly asking for the same thing. So I'm going to wrap my message around that. See, so she would reach out to me and go, Robert, can you be my accountability buddy? And I'm going, absolutely not. Why? That's not my calling. So it's like walking up to the Eagles and saying, hey, listen, you know what? I was wondering if you guys could just switch your genre into jazz. No, this is what we do. This is what we love to do. We're just going to do more of it. But if you changed your genre, you could get more fans. I don't want more fans. I want the fans that love us, the fans that love this music. So see, you stop being like everybody else. So my answer to your question, Lisa Marie, is that wherever you're coming from, when you start showing people how to master the science of getting rich, it's going to be a different voice with a different background, with different stories, talking to a different audience.
That's true. Yeah, for sure. And my audience will connect with me, whatever. And
Yes.
that 30% will absolutely connect with me, right?
Absolutely. So you watch Melody do it, right? And I told Melody when I started teaching her things, hey, listen, you need to do a series about this. You need to, you can't, in fact, isn't it competitive, Lisa Marie, if you tried to make your series like mine?
Absolutely.
See, so don't go from competitive state, go from the creative state.
Right. Create my own.
Create your own. And
yeah.
So there's some people that never will resonate with me. I don't know what's wrong with them. No, I'm kidding. But there's just some people that I'm never going to resonate with that resonated with Melody, that will resonate with you. As soon as you believe, Lisa Marie, that you were created to create, instead of going, I was created to compete. So see, this is how you know I do breakthroughs. So all I do is listen to your voice and listen to what you say. And as soon as you say, well, I'm a little confused. Well, I know that's a state of mind.
Right.
And she's still saying words out of her mouth that defeat her. Okay. And you're like, you said, well, listen, you know, we should be promoting yours but you want me to create mine. That's just you overthinking. That's you thinking that you're going to compete with somebody instead of create your own audience, create your own people that love to see you.
Mhm.
You're never going to see me. I got to stop saying never, because God's funny, man. It is. I don't see myself in the future competing against Corky for the Santa market.
Right. Absolutely. I get that.
But I got to stop saying never, because every time I say never, it's like God goes, oh, so you want to totally control the steering wheel. I go, I didn't realize I was doing that. And it's like, let me jerk it out of your hands for you. So everything that I'm doing things right now, Lisa Marie, that I told myself in 2012, 13, 14, 15, the things that I'm doing right now, and I won't beat myself up, because when the student's ready, the teacher appears. The stuff that I'm doing now is at the right timing for doing what I was supposed to doing.
You know, I was going to tell you, and it's not just me. This is not just my perception, because I've talked to several other people about you specifically, and we have seen a shift in you.
Yeah.
Just recently. And that, because I just praise you all over.
Oh,
and people do not, they don't get as excited as I do, but I am seeing that shift in friends of mine that have seen that shift in you, and I have seen that too. And you are coming from a whole different place right now. I think.
am. I totally am, because it was I just have to make a bigger impact. Turning 60, turning 61 just really sort of went, you know, I constantly am thinking all the time is how many more lives I could have impacted if I just thought bigger and did bigger and did more. And it's like, I got such an incredible lifestyle to have this lifestyle. I'll share something with you guys that I just heard. Oh my God, it was so wild. But this guy was talking to these two kids, and he said, what if I wired $10 million into your account right now? I'm going to wire 10 million in it. And they go, okay. And he says, but there's one problem. If I wire you the 10 million, tomorrow morning, you won't wake up. You're no longer on this planet. Do you still want me to wire you the 10 million? And both of them said no. And he says, so wait a minute. You're telling me that when you wake up tomorrow morning that it's worth more than $10 million in your bank account. And they both went, yeah. Then act like it. Then frickin' act like it. You guys are thinking this is all about money. The person that makes the largest impact wins. They always win. The person that's got the largest audience wins. Always wins. It's when they make it about themselves that they lose their way.
That's true.
So
boy, hard lessons.
Yeah, be in that creative state. You know, I just know, I know, Lisa Marie, that your voice needs to be heard.
I agree. Absolutely.
Some of you can't wait, going back to Corky for a little bit. Every one of you can't wait to get me alone so you can tell me your past story. Why? Why is it so important for me? You know, John said it, Jerome said it, Eric has said it, Kai has said it. I think every one of you guys said, man, if I ever get you alone, I got a freaking story to tell you. And I believe you. I just should be able to go on your YouTube channel and hear it.
Why are we so afraid to do that?
Because you're thinking about other people and what they would think. You're not enough. You're not worthy enough. to tell your voice, so you're worried about what other people will think. You're still scared of what other people might say and what they'll think.
I am getting over that. It's taken a while, but I am getting to that point.
You guys watch me. You guys watch me during that mastery. Matt even said this. Craig's even said this. Me doing that mastering of the science of getting rich, I'm trying to think of something that I have in my closet, a skeleton that I didn't share with you guys. I'm not aware of it. So I told you guys some way out there stories that I felt at one time, Lisa Marie, that I would really have to know you well for me to tell you a couple of those stories, because you're just going to go, Robert's a liar. That is just so blowing out that's stupid. And I shared every one of those stories with you guys in the Mastery of the Science of Getting Rich, and now it's available for the world to see. The couple of little spooky stories that I thought I would never share with the world, you guys pulled out of it. You guys,
and you know, yeah, we don't need to feel bad about our stories. We don't, because everybody has had to deal with them. And speaking of the breakthroughs, is there anything specific that we need to do so that we are on the list?
Yeah, just make sure you don't overthink.
Okay, so then I'm first, right? I'm just kidding.
We are going to figure that out as we move forward. You know, Matt and I and Craig have come up with some ideas, and me, I'm going to do just like I did a year and a half ago when I started doing lives every day. And then we did the mastering, is I'm in the flow and I'm going to stay in the flow. And so when people ask me when this is going to happen and when are we going to do a one on this book or whatever, just pray about it and throw it out there. Just say, hey, I would like Robert to go through this series, or I'd like Robert to go through that. And maybe that's something you guys still know. I bring it up all the time. Wanda Kay was only in my life for a season. Okay. And she was in the Six-Figure Marketer. And she did an audio on this book. Listen closely, you guys. So she went through and did every chapter of that book, built a Facebook group at that time. Today, I would tell her to make sure it was a YouTube community. We're figuring out how to do that. And then to put those videos out there. Do you know that right now, which by the way, maybe that's why I'm talking about her. Her husband just passed away. Absolutely no clue, no nothing. Her husband's gone. Crazy, man. Just nuts. We don't know how many days we have here. And I talked to her and I reached out to her, and she has, I don't know how much she's told me that she's like quadrupled her income. And she's a social media manager for like 4 major churches. So they seen her YouTube channel. They heard her voice and what she did on that YouTube channel. And that one video, I think, has got like 40-some thousand views. And she stepped into that realm, Lisa Marie, and she's not active MDC affiliate. She loves churches, and she's got all her finances taken care of because she loves doing stuff for churches.
Nice.
Those are the stories that I could tell you guys forever. For frickin' ever. That when you really lock into this, you're going to get called to do certain things that are going to, it's going to bless you in every area of your life so fast, so quick. Because some people want to get great at being an MDC rep. Okay. Some people are going to make more money in MDC than they've ever thought that they could because they're focused on the right things.
Gotcha. Yeah.
because I'm about ready to make YouTube and Google millions of dollars. Did you guys catch that?
That's a bold statement. I bet you will.
I want to be on their list. I want to be on their list as this guy here. Imagine, you know, who's the top 10 people that make money on YouTube and your face is there. Yeah, why not? That's thinking big.
Okay, thank you,
And
Robert.
so, yeah, I love you, Lisa Marie.
I love you too. I'm so sorry. This is going late for me. I apologize, but just one more quick question. Would you ever, I don't know if other people have the same issue as me. I can bring people into MDC all the time. The problem is none of them ever purchase a product. Oh, good grief. It's just ridiculous. And I seem to lose them. I mean, I don't have a problem bringing them in, but I lose them someplace. And
you know where you lose them.
I'm sure I talk way too much because I'm just so excited.
You see, I didn't have to tell you what you're doing wrong.
I know I answer my own questions all the time, don't I?
Yeah,
I do.
And I use the analogy really quick with you is that if I was going to teach someone how to drive, so I'm just sitting around and with a bunch of people and I go, wow, you must be driving by now. Well, you know, I got my driver's permit, but you know, I'm just making up excuses for not driving. I'm going, listen, let's go. What do you mean, let's go? Let's go. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to show them how to open the door, adjust their seat and steering wheel, how to put the seat belt on. Then I'm going to show them how to put it in drive and how to go back and forth from their gas pedal to the brake pedal. If they don't want to move forward, the conversation's over, Lisa Marie.
Yeah, it's that sorting thing. I got to be firm with that.
And so what people do is I'll bring another analogy to you because it's crack up. We hear this all the time. So people say, I just can't find a relationship. And I can get them to the table. I can get them on a date. And then they sit across from the person and go, what's wrong? Oh, you wouldn't believe my 3 ex-husbands. Oh my God. And I want children. I want more children. And it's like, all these conversations need to happen. Just not right now.
Right. Yeah.
So I know you got all the stuff you've learned from me. You got all the stuff you learned from Melody. And they get in and you jump on a Zoom and you throw up on them.
I must. I record them so that I can critique myself.
Yeah.
You know, I do. And actually, I think I'm very informative.
Oh, there's no doubt that the person, there's no doubt in my mind that you give people plenty of information. There's links, books, groups. Lisa Marie, you put me in a couple of chats and threw up on me. Lisa Marie says, this is Robert Hollis. I said, hi, great to know you, Casey. I've been working with Lisa Marie forever. And then she posted 4 chapters of a book. Not the links to the book. She copied all the texts and put them in there.
I did. No, now wait a minute. That's a little bit out of context, but I hear you.
I'm grossly over exaggerating. I definitely am. But I'm doing it because from someone that's dyslexic that just wanted to meet somebody, you blew me out of the water.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you got a romance. So you get in the Zoom and say, listen, the reason I want to get in the Zoom with you is I want to get to know you a little better.
That's what I do.
Okay. So my goal is I'd like to get an extra payday into you and your family. So like in the next couple of Thursdays, I would like you to log in your back office and see that you got money in your back office. Is that what you would like? Well, do I have to do something?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
See,
a
my
better
people,
I'm
the
a
people
better
I'm
sorter
bringing
than
in,
you. I
you
am a
are,
better sorter than you.
you are. I should never even bring them to you. That, and honestly, I brought a couple of good ones to you, and the same thing,
Yep.
the same thing.
Right.
So yeah, but I was going to ask you at one point, I know I have no right to do that, but would you ever consider bi-monthly or even once like weekly doing a Zoom where we can bring all a new affiliates to you? I mean, the whole
No,
works of us.
no.
Okay. All right.
And you know why? Why
Well,
wouldn't I
I
do
kind
that
of
for
think
you?
I do.
It's not duplicatable.
Okay.
So as soon as you guys are allowed to put me on a live Zoom with someone just to say hi and motivate them, then the only way that they can bring people in, Lisa Marie, is if they edify, give me praise and recognition, and put me on a Zoom with them.
Okay, so then that is exactly what I've been doing, edifying. Maybe I need to switch that up then.
No, because you need to be using things that other people can duplicate.
Point, guide, and direct.
Yeah. I find the right people because I introduce them in the right way. I share with them the stuff that I'm supposed to find out if they're a person that I want to work with. If you were going to hire someone and they reached out to you and said, hey, I see you're looking for a person that has a job. Well, can you tell me really quickly what your experience is? I don't have any. Oh, so you live locally? No, I actually live in Texas. So you answered an ad. If I hired you, how are you going to get here? I don't know, because I don't have any money and I don't have a car. And right now I'm staying with my brother and my sister-in-law on their couch.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know if I can help you. Okay.
Do you ever feel bad about that? That you
No, because everybody's at a different time in their life. You can help people that won't help themselves. If people don't want to participate in their own rescue and they jump off and they're in the water and you throw them a life preserver and they don't want to grab onto it, we're either
time to
pique
move
it out.
on.
Jim Rohn brings this up in his book. It's like, you got to stop carrying people on your back. So people want to get into the water with a drowning person, with not a life preserver, and go up to them. They will frickin' drown you.
Right.
They
That's
will drown
exactly
you.
what's happening. Yeah.
They will drown you.
love
They'll pull your head under. And here's the other thing. They'll want you to change a certain way. I meet people every day, you guys. If I said their names, you guys would be blown away. There's people that I could help make $1 million, $2 million a year, but they already know, they already believe they know everything. Their income doesn't show it, but I can't get close to them because they'll just pull me under. Well, first thing I would like you to do, Robert, is there any way you could do a weekly live meeting so I can introduce people to it? Lisa, who do you know right now that's doing that makes $2 million a year?
I know people doing it, not making 2 million a year.
Oh, interesting.
No.
So they haven't graduated to the next level yet. Does
No.
Josh do a weekly or monthly live opportunity presentation?
Mm-mm.
How about Jenna?
Mm-mm.
Why?
But she asked us to. So do you remember that? Yeah.
I don't know. I like doing what other people do, not what they tell me to do.
What pays you for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You answered a lot for me, Robert. Thank you so much.
The only
Yeah.
reason I got so successful so fast is because my mentor wasn't close. Best thing that ever happened to me. He said, Robert, so he meets me and someone else introduces him for less than a minute. And then I watch a big screen TV with him on a videotape and he was freaking there. Why did he do that? Because he came up to me afterwards. He said, what'd you like most about what you've seen? Would you like to learn how to make money doing this? I said, absolutely. And he goes, well, you made that decision from a videotape. So if you get that videotape in front of other people, they can make the decision. My mentor never taught 3 ways. None of that. He didn't do anything that wouldn't duplicate. And people go, yeah, but if you did this for me, then I would do something. No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not. What if you guys had to give me $100 for every live presentation I did and you didn't have any guests on it? Then I'd lose you too.
True story.
So you're thinking about what would get people excited instead of just finding the right people that get excited by the stuff.
Right. Yep. I got you.
I love you.
You totally rock. I love you too. Thank you.
Lisa Marie, thank you so very much. Okay, we've got Karen and Ola with their hands up. So let's go ahead and move right on over to Karen in just a second. Just a reminder for those of you watching on YouTube, please like and share this video. And also, of course, subscribe to our channel. You're going to get a lot of great content here. And Robert is just got so much to share. And as you heard, as you've been hearing, you know, this is documentation beats conversation. And the fact that his success leaves clues should say a lot to you about what our plans are, what we are doing, and the direction that we are going to go to help you become a better person. So thank you, Robert, for everything that you do.
Thank you.
And, I should also remind everybody, this book right here, this is Robert's book. It's a bestseller on Amazon. And it's available free if you go to roberthollis.com/free. I will put the information in both chats for YouTube and Zoom. Go there, get the book, read it, and you'll understand how Robert developed to be who he is today.
Someone told me the other day that they just finished reading the book and they go, I don't have any questions. I said, what? He said, yeah, I just went through your book and then I listened to it on audio and you just shared every step that I'm supposed to do to be successful. I don't have any questions. Well, that's what the book was intended to do, you know? So, so really cool.
Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get back to the questions. We got 2 more to go. Karen, please open up and share with us.
Hello, everybody. This is Karen in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, Karen. Love and appreciate you. You sure look healthy.
I am after camping and recovering from camping and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to say that when you mentioned yesterday that you were going to go in this direction with YouTube, well, it wasn't 40 minutes earlier that I started my YouTube channel. You have been hinting and saying you're going in that direction. I said, well, darn it, why haven't I done it yet? And so I felt so validated, like I was on the same vibe as you, that I had posted my first YouTube video that I already had, and they're on private only right now just to get things set up.
Good for you. Karen, if all you did was talk about being a retired camping veteran, and the good things about being a veteran, the not so good things about being a veteran.
Oh, I got a lot of that I could talk about, but
yeah, the good things about camping, the not so good things about camping. Hey, everybody, your story is your story, right?
Yes.
And I guarantee you, if I went to YouTube right now and put in camping, you would find someone, and people are going like, why in the hell are they just doing videos of them lighting a fire?
Mm-hmm.
Matt can explain this better, and he will, but it's like, let me say this, and you guys will freak out. There's a guy that I sent to Matt, and he's talking to Joe Rogan, and he goes, you know, all these streaming networks, and Joe Rogan goes, yeah. He said, like Netflix, yeah. He says, I believe in 3 years they'll be gone.
Mm.
And he goes, how can you say that? And he says, well, he says, I experienced it myself. I used to sit with my wife and we would watch a bunch of nonsense television, you know, because it's called entertainment. People don't get that it's called programming and entertainment, because it's cool to get away from what's bothering us and just be entertained. Camping does that. Hiking does that. All these things that we do is try to get away from what's bothering us and plug into nature. You know, plug in. Why would a person go to a NASCAR race? It's like all these things, right? The guy said, as soon as I started watching podcasts, and now I'm watching 2 extremely interested people talking about a subject I love.
Mm-hmm.
That's also entertainment. But guess what? I'm listening to people talk about stuff that I'm interested in learning.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I truly believe in the next couple of years that people will spend the time that they are not doing things that they love or working, that they'll be spending on their 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day watching podcasts. Because people don't realize right now you can watch a podcast on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. As crazy as you can think, there's someone out there. So that's when I knew that YouTube was really going to catch on, because when all of a sudden a guy's on there and he says, yeah, he said, you know, I grew up and I didn't have a father. And he says, I think about all the little things that a father teaches someone to do. So I thought that since I didn't have a father, I would just do YouTube videos showing people how to do stuff that I had to learn to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like tying a tie, like changing a tire, like unplugging the toilet. Do you know this guy makes $1 million+ a year now on YouTube?
Oh.
So now if you went to YouTube and you put in how to fix anything,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it would be impossible to find a subject, regardless of your age, where you couldn't go to YouTube and put in, how do you do this? So what a lot of people don't understand about YouTube that the streaming engines don't have, including Facebook, is they're a search engine.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to Facebook, it's not a search engine. Try to find something on, most of the time you can't even find the damn person you're looking for on Facebook. But if you've seen a video, oh my God, I thought I'd seen Lisa Marie do a video on how to pull your head out. And I went to her page, I put in pull your head out, and I couldn't find the video. My wife constantly complains all the time, Karen. It's like, I just seen a post and the person was talking about this product or talking about this recipe, and I can't frickin' find it. When John brought up where I showed him, or Jerome, and I said, listen, go to my YouTube channel, click on the magnifying glass and put in the word friend. Bam. There's all the videos. And now, because YouTube transcribes them for us, do you guys realize that when you search for something, it might not be in the subject, but it was mentioned somewhere in that video? Oh my God. You know, so I don't know why people are trying to figure out how to do stuff when they could just go there.
We constantly use YouTube. I've had, well, being the RV thing for a couple of years now and different RVs and stuff. And I love all that stuff. We don't watch TV program stuff, but I got to tell you a story too about, I told you I'm interested in animal and rescue and stuff, but so we were at the campsite, and what would be the luck of it that 2 doors down was a lady with 2 very old dachshunds from the same dachshund group that I connect with on Facebook, and in fact had met the founders. And because she was taking her old doggies out to potty and my dog was there, and I walked over to see her and she said, "Oh, you're from rescue?" And she says, "Yeah, get along Dachshund Rescue." And I says, "One of my friends is with them, Aaron, up in Maryland." "Oh, I know Aaron." Everybody met, we all met, and they met my dog and stuff like that. But when you're in the flow and you attract, it was just a heartbeat. We're now friends. We're now friends on Facebook. We met face to face, and they're Texas rescue people, full-time RVers, and all that kind of stuff.
Would you guys say that the biggest thing that is missing in the world right now is people being able to connect again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my Lord. I mean, just being you, unapologetic you,
mm-hmm.
and just connect with people that have likes. It's just, my God, it's the simplest thing in the world. But if you're not doing it every day, it seems uncomfortable.
And it's no problem at all to, I've always taken a lot of pictures and videos and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I did a little video and put it up on my Facebook, us sitting in front of the campfire with the dog. I mean, it doesn't take a second, and the husband doesn't matter. The dog doesn't, as long as she gets fed.
Yeah. So actually having the YouTube app,
mm-hmm.
doing the YouTube video, putting it up short or long on YouTube. Okay. And then after you get done, you can grab the YouTube link and share it on your Facebook. Now, a lot of people are going, but Facebook won't do anything with it. Well, you only got a certain amount of people that are checking out your feed anyway.
Right.
And they can find out you're doing stuff over on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, great ideas. And yeah, I definitely am headed in that direction. I'm really glad you're going to be doing the channel that way. And yeah.
I'm proud of you.
And so thanks a lot. Science of Getting Rich and meditations every day. Back on track with that. I missed it while we were camping, some of it here and there, hit and miss, but glad to be back here and healthy. We're ready to go for the next thing coming up. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, everybody.
I love you, Karen, and always praying for your speedy recovery. You and your husband.
Thank you, hon.
You bet. Love you.
Thank you so much, Karen. Great share. Great share. All right. We got one more listed here with his hands up. Ola Meyer.
Hola.
Ola, go ahead. Open up and please share with us.
How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored and deeply loved.
Oh, where is Robert? I don't see you.
You're back. You're back.
Now I see you. Hello.
Okay, cool. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored and deeply loved. What do you got? What's going on in that giant mind of yours?
Yeah, I actually want to talk about the cash flow quadrant.
Okay.
And I want to ask you because when you were young, before you met your first mentor, you were unemployed, right?
Absolutely. I wanted to be the best damn employee he ever had.
Yeah. But anyway, then yeah, that was your Roger Penske, right? But I mean, when you met Bill Gold.
Okay, when I met Bill Gold, I listened to two people that didn't know what they were talking about and almost quit.
Okay.
Then I met a guy that told me to connect with Bill, and I connected with Bill, followed what he told me to do, and made $254,000 my first year.
That's pretty good, right? But yeah, the thing I wonder was because I'm like obsessed with this cash flow quadrant. I think about it all the time, and now I'm a small business owner in a franchise, and I thought, awesome, when I join this franchise, I'm gonna talk to business people.
Right.
But but the other guys, they are like me, they bought into the franchise, but they think like small business owners, of course.
Yes, they do.
So when I talk about you can get both money and free time freedom, they don't they don't understand it.
The reason they don't, Ola, is because they believe they made it a huge shift from employee to self-employed.
Yes, yes.
So a self-employed person is now in the 5% of people on the planet, you see? And so they know that they're self-employed, but they're thinking like a small business owner. So they're doing everything themselves, you know?
Exactly.
And for those of you that are listening to this, that's when I realized, Lisa Marie, this goes back to you as well. When I realized that the stuff that I was doing, other people couldn't do, then I was going like, what the hell am I doing? See, to go from self-employed to business owner is when you put together a duplicatable system that people can just point, guide, and direct. That's all they do, point, guide, and direct. When you got to do it all, you got to do the meetings, you got to do the trainings, you got to do everything. That's self-employed. And so now people look at you and they go, the only way I can make full-time income is if I have to do all that.
Exactly. But the thing is, the owner of the franchise, the owner that got everybody else beneath him, he got both money and time freedom.
Right. There's two kind of franchise owners. One franchise owner is running the franchise. The other franchise owner hired people to run the franchise.
Exactly. I know this, but these people don't. Do you know what I mean? I do. Yeah.
Every level, Ola, every level that you step up, there's less and less people that know this information.
But how do I find people that wants freedom? How do you recruit people that gets it? You
Simple.
know?
Every zero knows a hero.
Yeah.
Every employee works for someone that's a business owner.
Yes.
And when you know that, hey, I'll give you a quick question. If I said to you, Ola, who's the owner that owns all the franchises? Who came up with this idea? You know, who's the guy that's the founder of the franchises that you guys own?
His name is Birger.
Okay. Have you personally met him?
Yeah, of course, many times.
Okay. Is he running a franchise or is he telling people they need to own a franchise?
No, he's running it, and I am one of those guys that bought into it, of course. I'm grateful for the opportunity, of course. But
yes, of course. I trust me. I'm not saying anything negative about that at all. It's just when people finally get burnt out. All right. And here's the other thing that happens with franchises or self-employed businesses. Every once in a while, you hire a person that's willing to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
They go the extra mile. They keep asking you, what else do you need them to do? And before you know it, the business is running without you. This person understands it all.
Yes.
And then you lose them. Why do you think you end up losing them and have to start all over? You should have recognized the mindset as soon as they came in. I don't have a better employee than Ola. Ola is the best employee ever. Well, he doesn't think like 99% of people. You better keep an eye on Ola.
Yeah.
Because before you know it, he's going to go, why don't you have an office in this city?
Yeah. I'm actually about to recruit other salespeople under me, of course.
Yeah. So you guys got to understand when you see people in your group and all of a sudden they're coachable. They've been looking for this their entire life. They're very coachable. They do exactly what they're told to do. You know what I mean? They're not interested in reinventing the wheel. They're actually interested in making the kind of money that you make.
Yeah.
Now you watch that person very closely, because as they grow in their skills and as they grow in what they want to achieve, all of a sudden they wake up one day and they don't see another step on the ladder with you.
Yeah.
They don't see it. And some people can be smart enough, like Roger Penske's mentor. Okay.
So what's
Roger Penske's mentor said, wow, this kid came in and just started washing cars, and he's putting the stickers in the window, and he's running and doing this. And we call them gophers. You know, he goes for this, he goes for that, he goes for this. It's like the guy's constantly around. And then all of a sudden it's like this guy is a used car manager, and he's running that thing like a top. Then he's the new car manager. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, now this guy is the general manager, and you're taking time off because he can run the whole damn thing himself. Smart business owners and investors are going to sit down with you and go, Ola, listen, I need you to buy me out. What? I've been enjoying this free time. I love this free time. I know this dealership's going to just crank. This franchise is going to crank, and it's going to do it without me because you're in control. I want to put together a deal. I have money, so you don't need a down payment. I like your attitude. I like who you are. And I want to give you the option of becoming part owner with me and eventually buying me out. I want you to own this dealership.
Yeah.
Right? And in the negotiations, when you're done being a part owner and now you own it, now you're just sending me 5% a month.
That's what I want to do.
See, there's some people out there that just go, I got it. I got it. I got it. And if you don't find a platform for them to be who they want to be and still be your friend, someone's going to approach them. And you know why someone's going to approach them? With them being their own entrepreneur, having a large group underneath them. The reason they're going to be approached is because they believe in the science of getting rich. So now the force, the universe is bringing them the thing that they seek, because you wasn't smart enough to get it to them.
Yeah.
So did that help you?
Yeah, very much. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know, we all hear Shaquille O'Neal and people like Magic Johnson. You know, each one of these guys own, last I heard, like both of them own like over 70, 80 franchises.
Yeah.
At one time, Michael Jordan, I think it changed, but at one time, Michael Jordan owned more, not Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson owned more Starbucks stores than Starbucks had for corporate stores.
That's good.
Yeah, it's smart. But he wasn't running them.
Of course not.
Companies running them.
Yeah.
That's self-employed to business owner, when a person's making money from it and they're not even doing the hiring and firing anymore. See, that's the thing. That's where me and Matt are learning right now. We're taking Craig with us. It's like, you know, I'll share one last story with you, Ola, and we'll have to call it for today.
Okay.
There's a gentleman that he wrote the Code to Joy. Remember, we brought this up? Dr. Pratt, Dr. George Pratt. See how fast it came to me? So whenever just show you guys how you could always be thinking another level or two or even 4 or 5 higher than you're thinking. Me, at one time, I thought, well, you know, I can do what Tony Robbins is doing. So I found out who was Tony Robbins' personal performance coach. Are you guys understanding where I'm going? It's like wherever you want to go, who taught those people? Are they available? So I went to George Pratt, and at that time, we just launched my book, you know what I mean? And I didn't know which way I wanted to go. Did I want to teach seminars like Tony Robbins? Did I want to do marketing like Russell Brunson? You know, I paid him a lot of money, Frank Kern, you know, all these guys, you know, I paid big money to. And I was trying to find my way, what I wanted to do, Ola. You know what I mean? And I honestly got caught up in that time and trying to be like other people instead of just being me. So for those of you that knew me back then, that's why I shut that all down. When it didn't make me feel good and I couldn't move forward, I shut it down. So he asked me right away, he said, well, who do you like? And I said, I like what Brendan Burchard's doing. And he goes, hang on a second. And he goes over and he opens up a drawer in his desk and he's going through files and he pulls out a picture of him and Brendan Burchard. He's going, I'm Brendan Burchard's personal coach too and therapist, right? And so I went, wow. And he says, you know how much Brendan Burchard makes a year? And I go, no, I don't. And he says, well, he's right around that $10 million mark. I was like, yeah. And he's going, so do you know how many employees Brendan Burchard has? And I said, I don't know. And I think the number is 12. He's got 12 employees. And he goes, Robert, how many employees do you have? None. Oh, so that's why you're stuck at 2 million. You and Matt are doing everything.
Yeah.
When are you going to hire people? This is really uncomfortable. Why? Is it uncomfortable because you used to be an employee? You got all the things that are going through your head that employees don't work hard. You got to tell them to do everything. You got to babysit them. Sometimes they don't show up. Sometimes they mess things up. Yeah, you just gave me a lot of excuses for not having employees. Now give me one reason why you should have a group of people. So now my sites are like at Vision Lakhani and Mind Valley. He's only got 100,000 paid subscribers that are paying him like $15 a month. That's all. Just, are you guys getting it? And it's like all of a sudden, it's like, how many employees does he have? A couple of hundred. So now all of a sudden you can go from the $10 million mark to the $100 million mark. But instead of 12 or 13 employees, you're probably going to have 50, 60. So right now, to show you how far you guys can think, be honest with me. In the last 30 days, has any of you thought about hiring employees? See, some of you are still thinking, trying to figure out how you're going to sell some stuff. That's how far away you are. You're so far away. You're so many levels away. Do I do that? Yes, I do that. See, I'm telling you guys. So when Corky said, I was thinking about doing a box opening, I'm like, go ahead. I don't care. You know, just measure. You can't change what you don't measure, and just watch what you're doing and have intent in doing it. And then say, what kind of results did I get out of that? How many of my team did I do a box opening? And then I asked a bunch of people on my team. Then I noticed that none of them did it. And so since they didn't get any sales, and I didn't get any sales. See, you guys want to know what's the worst thing about anything? is people teaching stuff that they've never done that gets results. So then everyone gets no results. Why can't someone be honest and say, hey, well, what are you doing, Robert? Well, to be honest with you, I'm in the hole this year. To be honest with you, with the trips I took into trainings and hotel rooms and all that stuff, I know I'm going to get this. But if you look at my taxes of what I made in my home-based business or my self-employed business, I'm not making any profit. I'm losing money. My spouse is all over me. I've been doing this for a long time and it's not making any money. So if you don't mind me saying this and being humble, I don't think you should follow my guidance at all. So it would be better if I just won't give it to you. So don't get mad at me if I point and guide and direct to other people until I figure this out. That would be such a level of mastery for some of you. It would be such a level of going, hey, I'm learning and I'm going to figure this out. I'm getting gooder and gooder every day, but I don't think you would have liked to make what I made last month. See, if some of you did that, you would stop doing the stuff that made you no money. Because you would verbally have to say to somebody, the stuff I'm doing is not working. So I was thinking about jumping on a Zoom with you and teaching you all the stuff that I learned from others that I'm not doing, that I'm not getting results from. That's not only why this business sucks, that's why the world sucks. The world sucks because everyone's got an opinion and a thought of how you should do something. And then until you figure out that you shouldn't listen to people that won't show you results, you're going to be stuck forever. You're going to be confused forever. You're going to be frustrated forever. You're going to be overwhelmed forever. Because you still said to yourself, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to find someone who does. I need to shut up and pay attention and just do what he says or what she says. So how many of people do you guys know that tell people to do stuff and they're not doing it? 1,000% they're not doing it. Why would you listen to that person? I don't care who they are. See, I know people that have made money in this industry in the past. They just couldn't do it in the future. They couldn't do it right now. There's no way they could do it right now because they actually tell people not to listen to me. So that's how much I know they're not doing it. There's other people. Don't listen to Robert. It's like, all right. They got to go through that. See what I mean? You got to go through and tell. So my best thing is I didn't know anything about this industry. I didn't know anything about it. And I found someone that showed me they made 62 grand in a month. And I just did what they told me. Like I said, I don't know the disease that some of you suffer from. I got to change it. I got to listen to other people. When we get off this, I'm going to watch my martial arts like I do every Saturday, my UFC fights. Do you know what comes up every time they talk about a UFC fighter? Is who's coaching them and what camp they're in. The people that win tonight are going to be emotional. And when they're emotional, they're going to go, listen, I just want to give praise and glory to Jesus Christ. I just want to give recognition to my God. Okay. I want to thank my wife for her support, my husband for his support. My God, without my family, I couldn't do anything. And then I also want to make sure I thank Craig Jackman. He's in my corner right there. That guy knows how to teach people to do stuff. And they immediately start rattling off their coaches. And then some of them talk about their sparring partners. If it wasn't the guy of AMA, Ask Me Anything, Hollis camp, I wouldn't be around the right people that are doing this. Now, what was the damn question you were asking me? How does it feel to win? Oh, it's awesome. Let's watch the big screen and watch you knock this guy out. You see what I mean? But it's immediately. So if I know anything about anything else, it's like racing and athletics. And can you guys imagine this for a second? That a person so much wanted their ego to be stroked that they're not producing results, but they get on the mic and say, well, listen, is there anyone you would like to thank? Well, I want to thank this trainer. I want to thank this trainer in this other camp. I want to thank this girl because she wrote a book one time. And then, this person is talking about this. You never see that anywhere else in the world. Do you guys notice that?
True.
Do you guys notice that? It's like, this is my coach. This is my coach. This is the person I'm listening to. It's only that people that are not making results, that they're in a different camp every week. And they don't even realize that the stuff they learn from other people, that they're still doing all that stuff too. So me, I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. I couldn't imagine for a second going into jiu-jitsu and me reaching out to Jamie and saying, Jamie, I want to appreciate you for being my jiu-jitsu coach. I really appreciate you. By the way, you know what Simon Rhee said we should do? And he's like, who the hell is Simon Rhee? Oh, he's my Taekwondo sensei. What does that have to do with jiu-jitsu? Well, it's martial arts. Listen, do you want to learn jiu-jitsu or not? Yeah. Listen, you're a freaking white belt and you're starting at the bottom. And I'm going to teach you the basics, and until you master those basics, you don't move on. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, every other industry, as soon as you started bringing up other people, coaches and other people that you're listening to and what somebody else says, do you know that you would just be kicked out of the dojo? They don't even give people a second chance. The students come around you and they're like, hey, welcome into the dojo. By the way, yes, sir, no, sir. Because the instructors and the coaches know that they can create champions, but they can't create champions from people that got too much luggage and baggage in their mind. Do you want to learn this skill? Yes, no. Yeah. You need to forget all the stuff that's going to get you in trouble. Because I got to get you into the basics. So you got muscle memory, that when someone tries to do a move on you, you know how to counter it and win the match. Because if you think in there, you're done. See, other athletics, you mess up and the whole world knows about it instantaneously. Not in this. You can be an idiot forever. You can be an idiot forever. Can you imagine, Ola, if it's like, and I mean, we used to do this. My mentor said to me, listen closely, you guys. If you're in a group of people and you're in the same profession, if you're in a group of people and you have to tell people who you are, isn't that a different level? You walk into a group of people and they go, hi, who are you? Wow, you sure haven't done jack. You haven't done nothing. Why not make it so when you walk into an auditorium or a hotel or you're in the airport? Hola, Yeah. Hey, how are you? I'm awesome. I'm sorry, I don't know you. Oh, we've never met. We've never met, but I watch your videos on YouTube on how you increase the sales and the growth of your franchise. And it really helped me out, man. I thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm Robert.
Would be nice.
Yeah, when people start knowing who the hell you are based off your YouTubes, based off your TikToks, that's a cool world.
Yeah.
So that's how they'll get to know, like, and trust you. So
Thank you.
Ola. Thank you for pulling that all out of me.
Awesome. Thanks.
You bet. Any help you need with that, man, because in closing, you guys, the mastery of the science of getting rich helps you in everything. And everything. I had a great attitude as an employee. I rose up the ranks because I wanted to be the best employee, auto mechanic, automotive engineer, whatever it frickin' was. So I was always learning how I could be more valuable to the people that I hung around. How can I be more valuable? So the reason that I got a lot of personal time with a lot of people that made money in this industry is because when they had an event, people go, where did that whole section come from? All those people are in Robert Hollis's group. What the hell is he doing? There was 6 people above me and Bill Gould that no one ever asked them who in the hell they had there. So I was going, I want to be on stage. I want to speak. When my first 18 months, I wasn't interested in it. It was when I started making this consistency of income. And I heard that my wife was pissed. We went to an event and he's going, dude, you got to cut your hair. You got to have a business haircut. You got to shave your face. I said, I'm ready for the next level. And it was at an event. And I came down in that event and I had my hair short with no beard, no mustache. Terry was pissed. Because I said I would never do that. And I also said that I would never wear a suit. I also said that I'm never going to buy jewelry. Those were those times. Now, what do you guys think is the most valuable thing right now in on the planet? Viewers. An audience. Right now in this world, the person that can give value to people that are looking for a way out, the people with the largest audiences are going to win. And it cracked me up that network marketing companies call me up and I go to their social media and I go, I do more volume a month than you do a year. And I know I'm valuable to you, but why are you valuable to me again? Oh my God, there's no one that's got our product. Also, you're also clueless. You're also clueless. You own the company and you think that it's products. Does everyone own a Rolls Royce? A Rolex? No. So do you know that Apple still hasn't hit 10% market share on laptops? They don't care. So there's some people that just want to go after the majority of the people. And then there's a people that want to sell quality to a small amount of people. Because when I was a mechanic, having a Rolex watch, they don't even keep time. You got to constantly set the time on them. It's like, it's just such a ridiculous watch. It's not digital. It's like, what the hell's wrong? Why do people need a Rolex? to impress the other people that know what kind of watch it is. When I seen that there were certain individuals that were becoming billionaires that didn't give a crap about what people thought anymore. Guys, remember the comments? It's like, does anyone ever tell Bill Gates that he needs a haircut? What they forgot to tell Warren Buffett too. So when Facebook started going public, Mark Zuckerberg had to go to the largest companies on the planet to tell people why they should buy Facebook stock. And he would show up in a pair of Levi's and a hoodie. Stand in front of all these Wall Street people. And they said, what is this kid just trying to be disrespectful? He just doesn't he understand this world we're in? No. Now, I think I could get a lot of my subscribers to buy stock from me. I don't think you guys need to buy it. I'm just here because they told me that I was supposed to show up. So I'd rather sell 1 or 2 shares of stock to my 2 billion people that are subscribers than sell you guys discount stock so you guys can make money. And Google did it too. So all of a sudden, there's now these companies where tell us your vision. Well, I'm a chief Yahoo. That's why we hired a CEO. No, what's your title? Chief Yahoo. You know who Elon Musk's title is in Twitter? Chief Twit. TWIT. That's when you start stuffing it in front of the faces of people that think they know everything. This guy goes, well, who's the CEO? He goes, you honestly want to know who the CEO? Yeah, it's my dog. I made my dog the CEO. Well, if you keep treating this like a game, then no one's going to buy the stock. They're going to sell the stock of Twitter. I don't care. You think I need the money? Well, sell your stock. I don't care. Just the opposite of what a lot of people that watch this video live or recorded. You're thinking about what everybody's thinking. And if you would mirror and match the people that are doing the most impact, they don't care what anybody's thinking. So, Craig, back to you. We'll close this out.
All right. Wow.
Good one, Ola. Good one, Ola.
Thank you, Ola. And thank you, everybody, for participating in today's Ask Me Anything with the amazing Robert Hollis.
Thank you, guys. I love ya.
Wow. Thank you to the people who participated directly, Jerome Marshall, Bill Shoemaker, John Tier, whoever is Peter's iPad. Thank you, Peter's iPad, for joining us as well. Jim Mullaney, Corky Kinter, Lisa Marie Cook, Karen Simonson Owens, Ola Meyer, and of course, got to give props to our executive producer, our foundation here, Matthew Hollis.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you so much, Matt, for putting this on, for getting this going, and for being a part of all of this. Thank you for watching. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So much more to come. And for those of you that are here in YouTube or on YouTube and watching here on Zoom, if you want to save the chat, YouTube, you already got it. When the video comes up for replay, the chat is right there with all of the information that we've shared here. It's in the chat. And then for those of you that are here on Zoom, go ahead and click the 3 dots that are in the chat area. Then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer right after we are done here. So, until the next time, thank you so much, Robert. Bless you for being here, for guiding us, for being our mentor. And bless you and thank you so much for watching. Please, I'm going to unmute everybody, and we can all say goodbye together. Be good to yourself, be cash, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
You
Robert,
guys,
God
you're
bless
all
you,
awesome.
Craig.
Much, everybody.
Karen,
Thank
Mary,
you, everyone.
Thank you, Matthew.
Jamie,
Thank you,
Jerome,
Matthew. Thank you, Craig.
Bill,
Love you,
Ola,
Robert.
Kai, Deborah, Eric,
God bless you
we
all.
love you guys.
Thank you, Craig.
Hello,
Love
wonderful.
you
Dave,
guys.
Diane, John, Melody, Danielle, Carmen,
You're the
Daniel.
best, Robert.
Well, I miss anybody? Eric? I think I